and welcome to Trending in My Life podcast 61. This week, Renter's Thoughts. So we're going to delve into the workings of my mind as we go through the moving process. And first of all, I want to tell you how I've spent my Saturday. Well, first part of Saturday anyway. I was messing around looking on Google Maps last night at the location of the new house that we're going to be renting, and I've automatically taken the nearest mainline station as the one I have to go to, and it is the one with the most amount of lines, so if one wasn't working you'd have a choice of using others, but also people kept saying to me, oh, it's in such and such an area, and I thought, is it? I didn't realise there was a sort of sub-district area of the main town, and yeah, so I Google mapped it and I thought, okay, so I can, in the same amount of time, 15 minutes, walk from the house to a different station that's one stop closer into Central, but it's also one zone cheaper on my Oyster card. And I thought, that sounds like a good idea. And I wanted to walk the route to see what it was like. And I did that this morning, and I was pleasantly surprised because, for one thing, when I go from the mainline station to the house, it's uphill, not a very steep slope, but it is still uphill to get there. And from this earlier stop, it's all flat until you get 5 minutes from the house when it's hilly. And I thought, wow, if I can walk 10 minutes on the flat when I leave the station, that's great. And then just, 5 minutes uphill for the last little bit in the evening. So I thought, this is definitely a station that I'm going to use. But then I reminded myself that one of the advantages to the mainline station is they have trains that run fast from that stop all the way into Central. So there is no stopping at all. And I thought, first thing in the morning, that would be fantastic if I could get a train like that and it wouldn't be stopping every 5 minutes at a different station. So I don't know. And I thought, well, I could mix and match. I could go one way one day, another way the next day, and see the timings. Because obviously at the moment, I don't know the timings of them fitting in with when I get up in the morning and stuff like that. And I have thought to myself, well, I'll probably have to get up a half an hour earlier because I'm further away from where I am now to get into Central London. But I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. But it was very positive. And I also thought I needed reminding of what all this packing is for. You get into routine. Oh, okay, this weekend I can't do anything but packing. I've got to just pack. And I do try and do half hour on, half hour off, half hour on, half hour off, because you just burn out of packing otherwise, and you're not motivated at all. But this morning, because I went to the house that we're going to be renting, I stood outside. I actually walked into the front garden and was looking at what plants are already there. It's not overgrown, but it's not, the plants are a bit scrappy. But there are some plants under the window I could see that, maybe with regular watering and stuff, I have no idea what they are, but they would grow. And somebody had left a lizard watering can on the doorstep. It's like in the shape of a lizard. And I thought, oh, maybe the owner of the house has been regularly going around and sort of watering the plants, and maybe she's got a small child with that has a little lizard watering can. But I thought that was sweet. And I was stood across the road and looking and thinking, this is where I'm going to be living. This is going to be home, kind of thing. And it's really nice, and it's good for the soul to do that, so that when I'm packing a box, keep that in mind, and I've got a photo on my phone. I can look at that photo and think, that's why you're doing this, Yes, it's a chore. Yes, it's a pain. We just don't want to keep packing and packing. But, it's only like about 10 days now and we'll actually be moving, so that's fabulous. I mean, one thing that I'm noticing, like sometimes I sort of focus in my bedroom and think, oh yeah, there's not much more to do, and then you're sort of thinking that sort of bit in the bottom of the two wardrobes is taking me forever. It's like and what you envisage as a bit can actually be a lot more in reality. And we did learn from the previous move, up till midnight, 1 a.m. the day before the movers came, just chucking things in boxes without looking at what really needed throwing away. But we were so late in doing that last bit of packing. So there is a determination this time to be done and everything. But it's good the way the dates have come about, because it's a bank holiday, a national holiday weekend on the weekend before we move. So basically we have the Saturday off work, the Sunday off work, the Monday off work, and then I've taken the rest of the week off work as well. But that means we get the keys on the Monday. We're having all the internet and everything sorted out on the Tuesday, and then on the Wednesday we're actually moving. I have Renter's addled brain from all the moving things I'm retaining. But we have about 4 days all in a row when we're free to continue packing. We're doing things over at the house, picking up the keys and the agent, stuff like that, but the bulk of those days is free to at the end of our sort of packing time frame. So I'm less stressed about that. I've got these 2 days, because I'm talking to you on Saturday, I've got these 2 days now. Then I've got the next Wednesday off as well, and then a 4-day time frame to pack as well. So for 7 days I've got packing days, so I can calm down and maybe make myself a cup of tea, and because I've just got back from the walk I've described, and and then I'll start packing. So that's the update. I feel my last video, you will have noticed I'm a bit brighter, a bit more positive, and I feel like that now too. I feel like this is, I know it's incredibly stressful, moving is, but this is also incredibly positive, incredibly happy, and once you're in there you can enjoy a whole new environment, and looking forward to it. Okay, well, I'm going to finish this here, and then if I decide to add a bit on the end, I can cut the bit I'm about to say. Please like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and come back next time. Bye for now.